I'm Antoinette Gawin, the CEO of Terumo Blood and Cell Technologies. We make the equipment that collects and separates blood and cells. So in this day of generative cell therapy, different medicines, everything starts with a drop of blood or a cell, and our equipment is the foundation of all of that work. Diversity is so important in any healthcare environment. It's important because we all have different genetic makeups. We have different blood. My cells behave differently than your cells. And the more we learn about things like personalized medicine and genetic markers, the more powerful the tools that we've already invented can be used to cure diseases. If I am thinking of a very traditional model, and I am only reflecting one patient population, then I am not going to come up with the best solutions. If I create an environment where only certain voices are heard, then I won't hear about all of the potential impossibilities, because it's harder to walk in someone's shoes if you're unfamiliar with that background. And you see the importance of including diversity in clinical trials, the importance of including diversity at the leadership table. And our obligation is to create an environment where all of those voices are heard and those inputs translate into therapies and cures for everyone. I've been CEO for approximately 6 years and started that journey just before COVID hit. So it was really an opportunity for us to accelerate some of the transformation we were already embarking upon. And it gave us an impetus to think more about what was possible as we redirected energy to find solutions to treat COVID. We were the first company to have an FDA-approved solution for COVID in the ICU. And those are all things that helped us show ourselves what we thought was possible and taught us how to work together. When you have a crisis, all the noise falls away. So as we've come out of that crisis and supply chain crises, we've realized there is so much that we can do. And how do we unwind that crisis behavior and look forward and make sure that we continue to invest not just in the support for the field and our customers, but that we're supporting the future and investing for what tomorrow needs. Over the next 5 years, you see everyone discussing AI, generative AI. And the power of that is you can now merge quantitative and qualitative inputs and synthesize vast amounts. So we have an obligation to make sure we are not transferring historical bias into the solutions for tomorrow, because the data from 10 years ago may not have represented the target populations we intend to serve. So we all have a moral and ethical obligation to ensure that the data we collect and that we start with and the formulas we use and the assumptions we make are challenged from every aspect. And you can only do that by bringing in diverse voices and thinking about what else could be done here. The simplest example is if you use AI to do hiring, you might unintentionally reinforce behavioral or profile biases that were in your company. But that's not what tomorrow looks like. Diversity is here, the world is diverse, and we intend to serve the world.